Had to get my hair cut since my family was dying of embarrassment of my hairstyle, particularly my mom and my sisters. So yeah, that's the reason I had to cut my hair. My dad might have felt the same. I'm sure he probably felt the same way too. So yeah, but anyways, on to the topic here. We got okay. So men folly, literally everything that makes men opposite physically and mentally. Women wisdom, literally everything that makes women opposite physically and mentally. Wisdom has builded her house. She has hewed out her 7 pillars. Let no man trick himself. If any man among you seems to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise. This is talking about becoming a Christian and literally everything that makes women opposite physically and mentally, making femininity and Christianity the exact same thing. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God, for it is written, He takes the wise in their own craftiness. And again, the Lord knows the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. Then I saw that wisdom excels folly as far as light excels darkness. Happy is the man that finds wisdom, and the man that gets understanding. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you can desire are not to be compared to her. Leaf of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths of peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retains her. But he that sins against me, wisdom and understanding, wrongs his own soul. All they that hate me love death. How shameful and embarrassing is the cross as an instrument of punishment. It was punishment of runaway slaves. A slave had no possessions, no civil rights, and no rights of ownership. Even his body belonged to his master. The runaway slaves are masculine women, women who aren't the opposite of men physically and mentally, who literally personify Satanists, non-Christians, sinners, runaway slaves, masculine women, all four equal mortal women, mortality. Alright. And the rest was read through, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I mean, I don't have the most time to read it, so here we go.
Schopenhauer stated that, as opposed to what many people think, not pleasure, but pain is the positive element of existence. He argued that evil is what makes its existence felt, and is, by way of that, positive. Good, on the other hand, is negative. It is but the removal of a disturbance. The state of happiness and contentment is nothing more than a desire fulfilled, or the end of some state of pain. So the experience of pain is the source of our desires and needs. Hunger, for example, is a state of discomfort, which has the potential of becoming painful, that leads us to desiring food. Thus, eating is not a positive experience, as it's only considered pleasurable because it fulfills a desire that is derived from pain, or a sense of lack. According to Schopenhauer, pain far outweighs pleasure in this world, and the pleasure we incur is often less pleasurable than we expected, while pain is much more painful. We only have to look at an animal who's eating another animal and compare the pleasure of eating with the pain of being eaten to decide which one of the two outweighs the other.
Hey, Vsauce! Michael here. Action and danger is exciting, but this is a fake gun, and the process of enlarging a hole like the barrel of a gun is called boring. Boring a hole is a slow process requiring repetitive movements from a tool that goes in circles, which may be why things that are slow and repetitive and don't appear to be going anywhere came to be described with the same word. They're boring. But why do we get bored? And why does it matter? Evidence of being temporarily uninterested in anything happening, boredom, has been found as far back as ancient Pompeii. Boredom is a feeling we don't like. It's uncomfortable, but it's trivial, right? I mean, boredom happens to all of us, but now we have Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and texting and Candy Crush to keep ourselves occupied. So really, who cares? Well, here's the thing. Physical pain, heartbreak, and nausea are also uncomfortable, but they're caused by dangerous, serious, toxic things. Whereas boredom occurs when you are merely disinterested in the outside world and the inner world of your thoughts, when you are alone with just yourself. So does the existence of boredom mean that when it really comes down to it, life itself, existing, isn't really enough? Arthur Schopenhauer said that if life possessed in itself a positive value and real content, there would be no such thing as boredom. Mere existence would fulfill and satisfy us. But apparently it doesn't, because boredom exists. Is something wrong with being? Or is something awesome about us? Nearly 200 years ago, Giacomo Leopardi wrote in a letter to his father, "Boredom is the most sublime of all human emotions because it expresses the fact that the human spirit, in a certain sense, is greater than the entire universe. Boredom is an expression of a profound despair at not finding anything that can satisfy the soul's boundless needs."
Alright, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next videos.